Friday, the 12th of February at 6 p.m., and we are live with one of the most inspiring guys in India. One of the 20 most inspiring guys in India. Narpath is going to be coming into the room. And while Narpath comes, I'll quickly introduce him. One great mentalist, magician, and what have you. And there you are, Mr. Narpath Raman.
Good evening. Hi, Arvind. How are you?
Very well, Narpath, and I'm so happy to see you with the beard.
Yeah, you have to prove your pandemic is going on, right? So,
So in,
how are
in
you? Long,
India,
so long, so long. It's
I think you'll have to speak up. Your volume is very low.
how are you? So long. It's been. I think we met what 3, 4 years back. Um, we haven't met after that, but
Yeah.
how was everything?
Oh, life is good and exceptional, and I'm so proud and happy and honored to have you on our little Insta live today. Okay, I'm going
Absolutely, my
to
pleasure.
I'm going to quickly introduce you to all the people. Everybody knows you, Narpat, that's for sure. In this country today, everybody knows you. But this is one guy who was named among the 20 most inspiring men in 2017. That's Narpat for you, okay? He's got so many clients, so many influential clients across the world. He's doing shows. He's going to make you believe that he can read your mind, okay? And that's what Narpat does for a living. He makes you believe that he can read your mind, okay? But he's one of the topmost artist in his space in the country for sure, that has done so many international talks and what have we. I've had the opportunity of working with Narpath a couple of times, but some years back while he was still coming up, and then he became unaffordable to me. Yeah. So
Getting
having
this.
said that, having said that, Narpath, let's hear your story. Why did you choose this line? Let's go back into the past. Let's talk about your school days and all of that also.
Oh, thanks a lot for the intro. It felt really warm first. So, who is watching? I hope you will take something away from this. So, I really respect your time. So, yeah. So, going back to my school days, I think whatever I am today, it is coming back from my school and college days. I grew up as a fat, introverted kid. I'm still fat, so that I'm working on it. But yeah, so I had no confidence. I had absolutely no. I used to sit last in the last row and crack jokes and make fun of people who would go on stage. And I was that boy. I was one of those boys. Had art, had no respect for people who could do it. I was just a talker. I was just somebody who was just passing comments until I understood how difficult it is to go on stage and have one person. Forget going on stage, meeting thousands of people. My life changed when I was. I'm as I speak. I'm 30 years old. My life changed when I was 22. When I was 22, I'm a Chennai boy. I grew up in Chennai. I moved to Bangalore for a regular corporate job, and things went upside. Uh, in a span of 1 week, I lost my job. I had a girlfriend. For a 22-year-old, your girlfriend leaving is a little too much. At the same time, something I lost a very important. Go deep into that. So, in a span of 1 week, I lost my job. I lost the most two important women I thought, at least at that point in my life. So almost I cannot exaggerate by saying I went to streets in a span of 1 week or 10 days, but it felt like that. No money, no job, and no people, and yeah, it was a little too much to take at 22. So just like anybody else, I cried and like any regular human being for more than 3 to 4 months, and then I realized I woke up on one Sunday, started thinking, what is this? Why is this happening to me? And I started blaming people, which is absolute waste of time. Until I watched until I watched a YouTube video on a Sunday morning by a foreign mentalist, UK-based mentalist called Darren Brown. When I saw that video, I don't know. It just felt like a slap on the face. It was just a striking straight from the divine God that there is so much more to life. There is absolutely so much more to life than being sad and complaining about the past. That video is about the past. Past, because when I say past, past is an illusion. Once things happen, they just happened. No matter how big, no matter how huge they seem to be, once it's happened, it's happened. So that video changed, and then I started following that mentalist, and yeah, then I went on streets. I started learning myself. I'm self-taught, so I would go to office, do my work, and then evenings I would go on streets and approach random people to tell them I can do this. And then I became a restaurant performer. I used to again work for a company. I used to be a management consultant in the morning and a restaurant mentalist in the evening. Yeah, so many learnings from that. Insane number of learnings from that. And then, luckily, I am one of those very few people who could convert your hobby, passion into a good profession. Then, modestly, I'm going across globe and performing for people, and I've made this into a full-time profession. Yeah. Sorry if that was too long. Yeah.
Not at all. We got to know much more. I mean, here is a Chennai boy. I see all Chennai girls saying, "Hey, Chennai boy, Chennai boy." I see Sri Priya Venkat over there. Okay, superb. Chennai boy lost a job, lost two women, and still made it.
Yeah, Arvind, I'm very lucky to have seen the things I saw at quite a young age. So if all inspirations I derive from today. Whenever I'm down, I go back to my past and try to derive inspirations from those moments. That keeps me going. Yeah.
Tell us some of the large give us some incidences from some of the large shows, small shows that you have done. Some takeaways for yourself, something that you would like to share with the audience.
I'm sure. I'm a huge fan of embarrassment. I'm a huge fan of failure. So I think I'll start by telling an embarrassing story. So I was a street performer because on streets the kind of experience that you would get from a street is crude, is raw. That will make you really strong. One day one group will reject me, one group will have fun with me, next group will it's in one evening you will feel all possible kinds of emotions. And then I was performing in a restaurant, and so you will have a opening script. You will have, I should prepare myself. I would read somebody from a distance before I approach a table, everything. I'm going and standing before I'm ready. I'm still at 20. I'm still a young boy. I'm still trying to figure out if this can really happen or not. So I go stand. I'm getting ready. I'm gonna open my mouth and I'm gonna do my opening line. And then this woman turns and says, "We ordered chicken wings a long time back. Can you please check?" I used to be sensitive. I used to be like, oh my God, I'm trying to follow my passion, and this one things. I work as a waiter there. I cried that day. I couldn't help but cry that entire night. But when I think of it today, it feels so warm. It feels so great, and that experience, that humility, um, it is continuing. And today, if it happens, I just laugh it off, and then I try to tell them, no, I'm here. But that 23-year-old kid could not take it. So it was fun. So embarrassing story is that one, and then good story, if I have to say, I think I've been lucky to have so many great clients. And what took my name to a little popular level is when I performed for Dhoni. I could spend some 30 minutes with him. What people don't know is that show, the audiences were pure Hindi speaking people, and my act cannot work in Hindi at all. I had to perform in English, and Dhoni translated the entire show for me from English to Hindi. One might think it is just a show, but everything is a learning. You know, every day is a learning. I started thinking somebody of that stature, does not have to come down to my level and translate the entire show for my sake, to save my dignity and to help understand the show to the entire audience. That taught me a lot. That taught me so many things than just the pleasure of having performed for him. So yeah,
Yeah, I
Narpath.
remember that show. I think it was a couple of years back. I think it came on NDTV, right?
Yeah, it was across. It was across. Yeah.
It was across. Yeah, that was a brilliant one. Absolutely great. Tell us a
Yeah.
couple of more incidences. I mean, the crowd is here. We are all enthralled by having Narpath over here. Tell us a few more of your where the
So
audiences have been large and
shall I tell an emotional story if you don't mind?
yeah, why not? Why not? Yeah.
So my profession is little funny in some time, because some on one day I would get to spend time with a millionaire or a celebrity. When I go to streets or restaurants, you meet people like me where I come from. That's where I come from. I don't come from a rich background. I come from a regular background. um, Very common relatable story. So it was with a random street performance. I met a girl I was performing for her, and there is a I hate the word, use the word trick, but what I do is kind of along those lines. But yeah, I was doing a performance piece. Let's call it a piece. And
Yeah.
I'm known to do a piece where you think of anybody from your life, and that name would come out of my wallet with a printed name. And I used to approach that piece as just a performance piece, because when you create something, you approach something that way. But for them, it is very very different. So basically she thought of her mom, and she read that sheet of paper where her name was there, who is a stranger to me, and her mom's name was there. And all of a sudden she started crying. I'm a complete stranger. I had just spent 5 minutes with her, and the reason for her crying is me. I'm thinking, oh my God, did I hurt you? Did I do something wrong? She's like, no, she's getting more and more emotional. She kept crying. I asked her, could you please? I feel very uncomfortable. Could you please tell me what happened? She's like, I haven't spoken to my mom in the last 10 years, and my parents are divorced. The case is still going on. I haven't seen my mom. I haven't spoken to her in almost like 10 years, and this piece of paper reminded me of that. And then I just hugged her, and then I left. Then 2 days later, she got my number. She sent me a message of that chick, and then the next photo was her and her mom hugging, and they had spoken. They had come back together, using this one small instant. I'm getting goosebumps when I talk about this, but this is a real instant. That is when I started thinking, oh my God, I am approaching this in a very light manner. And it's well, maybe as an artist, when I create something, when I take it to the table, I might approach this just as a performance piece, but the kind of impact it can probably have on somebody's life is something as profound as this. That day I cried, and I changed my entire act. I went back home. I started telling myself, this is not just a show. This is not just a trick. Rather, it is a very profound human experience that God has made me a vehicle to give this to people. And that day was a great day. That changed everything. That
Super.
changed the way I see it life also. Beautifully.
Fantastic. You know, you have a lot of fan following here. Somebody says, Deepak Bandari says, cheers, mate. And then you have Ashwin S. Kumar who says, our Talaiva is always inspiring. Wow. I
Hey,
mean,
thanks a lot, Ashwin.
nice,
Thanks.
nice, nice, nice. So nice to see a following of people who know you, who are following you, and super fantastic. Yeah. But would you want to tell us about some of the shows that you did outside this country in terms of what kind of digital? Mayank is saying, please show us some magic. But let's see if Narpat is in the mood for that. But before that,
We
tell
can
us
do
about.
something if you want. We can do something if you want.
Okay. So we will come to that. Deepak says we are schoolmates. Okay, Deepak. So
Yes,
that
I know Deepak. I know Deepak Bhandari very well, but I thought it's a different Deepak Bhandari. Hi Deepak, we haven't met in I don't know decades. We should catch up in Chennai soon.
superb. Yeah, whenever you guys are catching up, call me also, please. I would love to come. And yeah, so you want to tell us something about some of the shows that you have done outside this country?
So I've done Sri Lanka, Maldives. Uh, what else? I have a show in Maldives and Vietnam. Yeah.
Wow.
So no, it's very very different. Because every culture is different. Performing in India is absolutely this side, and performing in different countries this side. Because my regular show is for Indians, and when I got hired to perform for these guys, I had to change the entire show, change the entire jokes, everything. Yeah, it was fun. I was just going in the flight. I'm trying to interact with people of that culture. I went 2 days before. I again went on streets, again tried understanding their culture, their colloquial words that they would use. Go back, write, go back, rework, and yeah, it's fun when you perform in a different country. I make sure I go 2 to 3 days before, so I can understand their culture, their language, their colloquial words that they would use, so I can be looked at as somebody they can relate to. Otherwise, I'm just a foreign artist for them. So learning from that is again business wise also when you give what somebody is looking for, it's an easier buy for them. So
True
I've been
that.
lucky
True that.
to have received some love from people from other countries as well. But I'm
We
still
have.
yeah.
You are a great guy. Santosh is asking so many questions. He says, "Who's your guru? Where did you learn mentalism from?"
I'm self-taught, Santosh. I learned. I put myself on streets. So I'm self-taught. I buy my own books. I learn something. I rewrite that for Indian audiences. I go test it on streets. If it works, I'll take it to my professional show. That is the.
So when
Uh,
you say you test it on streets, so you mean like a table magic in a restaurant, or do you mean like
I
a
would go
roadside?
anybody. I would go strike a conversation with anybody on street. I would just introduce myself. I would say I do this. Sometimes one in a million might know me already, or I will just show my other videos and I will ask them for their permission for their time. I'll tell them it's a script that you learn for streets. It's a script you learn for restaurants. It's a script you learn for stage. Everything is just work. Everything boils down to pure work. Yeah, it is fun. But once I realize this piece can go into my real show, then I would just thank them for the time, and then I would take that piece, and that'll become a part of my real show.
Super,
Who's my
super.
guru? I don't. Multiple people. I don't believe in the concept that a guru or somebody you learn from should be from your industry. It could be anybody from any industry. So yeah, multiple
More,
people. Yeah,
yeah, more inspirational. I think gurus may not teach you your trade, but may inspire you to
exactly.
learn your trade. You know, yeah, I
Absolutely.
believe that too. I believe that too. I have also a lot of people that I respect a lot for what they do, but they may not be from a similar line.
Absolutely not. You don't have to have somebody from a similar technical line, because technically you can learn from books and videos.
Right.
What people see is not necessarily technical. What people take from you is more of a profound human experience than technical parts. So that you learn
Right.
from anybody from you can learn from a BAV, you can learn from a CEO. So I take notes from them, and then I apply these principles to my technical aspect. I present them to you. That is what I get paid for.
Super. I'll come back to you, Santosh. Santosh is asking some more questions, but we'll come back to you. Uh, let's move on and let's talk about the difficult 10 months in everybody's lives. How was it for you? How did you manage during this time? What did you do personally, professionally?
Personally, it was a little difficult because when pandemic started is when I had almost gotten married. So I was like 4 months into marriage, and my wife is Nandini. She's a wedding planner. So I'm a full-time artist. She's a full-time wedding planner, and 4 months into marriage, We had spent all the money into marriage, and all of a sudden, people are talking about some new virus that we had no clue of. So it was a little hard to take for initial 10 15 days. I was a little down, not because I had invested in a house and family and everything. We were clueless until I started thinking, what do I know? Why did people pay me all this long just for one thing? So I started imagining how would people take it, or how would people buy it if I said to them, I'm going to teach you mind reading or mentalism. Um, Honestly, just started as a thought to make some money, because all of a sudden everything is taken away from you. You're not sure what's going to happen. I thought, I'll give value at the same time. If people pay me for that, why not? I've been extremely lucky. I made a little bit more money than performing. Yeah, teaching. I'm just lucky. So I figured out there is a business model to it. So I converted that live coaching. I shortlisted some 40 students who are my previous clients and people I've worked with. Made some money out of it. Took that money, understood this can be a full-fledged business online. So I started understanding the entire online e-learning ecosystem, took that money, used that money to invest into this, and now it's a completely automated video course that anybody can buy across the globe. Yeah.
Fantastic, fantastic. So, Shubhi says Dubai people are waiting for your show, looking forward to it. Deepak says reserve my ticket also, and look at all this here. So Santosh says I learned some mentalism from your online course. I want to do the mentalist of making you forget your ex. Oh ho 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 ho.
How to Forget Rex is a video I did some years back. It was done purely for entertainment purposes. I am not a psychiatrist. I'm just a psychological entertainer. I know the video looks real. They're not actors. It looks real, but purely approached through art and practice. It is not. I mean, I cannot genuinely, literally make you forget your ex. But as a friend, as a brother, trust me, happened has happened. Just go on. If it was not meant to happen, no relationship is worth it. So yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. A lot of people here actually look up at you as a psychoanalyst. I can see
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. I don't blame anybody, because um, it's a very new art form to life, right? I mean, at least to Indian audiences, it's a very new art form. People haven't heard of mentalists before. People, at least Western countries, they have had their own TV shows. They've had their own large scale productions happening. So people understand the term mentalist. India, it is just we're not even scratching the surface, and we believe 5 to 10 years, magic and mentalism will become the next stand-up comedy.
Yes,
You'll even see
yes, I,
so many performers.
yes.
Arvind himself would have met so many people like me, worked with so many of them. But when I started, it used to be a small handful of people, 5 10 people, 2013 12. Today there's so many great performers that we have not heard of,
Yes.
great performers we have not even seen, but in a span of next 5 years, it's bound to become the next stand-up comedy. That is what we believe, and hopefully that will happen.
Superb. So many nice, nice things people are saying. I have to read all this, Narpat. I mean, there is no problem on time right now unless you are busy. Purnima says, I am a student. I am your student, Narpat. I have bought your mentalism course, and I should say that it's really amazing. Fantastic.
Thanks, Purnima. Means a lot. Really means a lot. We
So,
will meet someday.
Somoon says, I'm 22 years old and worried about my future. What is the advice you'd like to give to people of my age and situation that you wish you knew when you were 22? Oh, these are all very difficult
Deep
things, man.
question. Would you like to answer first, Arvind, so I can take it on from there? Because
I think
your experience is so different,
at
Arvind.
my age, I'll say only one thing to this person is that uh, growing up is a choice that you make. Growing old, you have no choice. And I'm saying that all these problems that you have in your 22, no, you need to enjoy them. And only one piece of advice that I would like to give all the youngsters at 22, please don't get stuck with one human being. I really, really implore all the youngsters, because see, I run an institute. I have seen many relationships and marriages happening, and most of them breaking, unfortunately. Now, all my advice is at 22, please concentrate on the world, concentrate on yourself, concentrate on your inner self, find yourself. First, you do that. Then you go and look for somebody else. Because the mistake that most 22-year-olds make is first they want to find somebody else. The sense of insecurity. Over to you,
Correct.
Narpath.
I was the same kid. I was just the same kid. This is life. That's all. Whatever you see is life. No, I was not open. I was closed. So yeah, adding on to what Arvind said, I believe all kinds of virtues that a human being has, any virtue, whether it's money, fame, family, any virtue that a human being can assume. I'm a strong believer that a beggar on street and let's say the let's say Elon Musk, the most, I don't know, the wealthiest man in the world, both of them have equal um, equal right to receive all virtues of life, except Elon Musk has opened up to receive them. And the one, I mean, with no disrespect to the one on street, the beggar has not opened up. If he or she decides to open up, he also can be Elon Musk. I know it's a little deep. I know that was a little deep, but yeah. So everybody has got. I believe abundance and positive thinking is a birthright. It is not a choice. It's a birthright. It's just there. Except we don't want to be open to them. Except we keep going back to the past and we keep bringing the past back. That is self sabotage in my. I did it. Multiple times until I realized there is so many things than complaining to your personal life and professional life. There's so many things. Once you open
The
up,
only person in the world that you're responsible for is you.
exactly.
Yeah, you have to know this. And yes, Miss Iyer, Satya Vachan, you're laughing at me. Let me get my hands on you. I'm going to beat you up one of these days as soon as I see you.
You
Yeah.
know the
Oh yeah, I know. Of course I know her so well. Yeah, this is one of my students from many years ago. She's become a big girl and getting married now, and working in a event company in Chennai.
beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful. All the best.
So let's move on and ask you, before we request you to give us an act or a piece or a performance as we call it. What are your plans for 2021? Where do you see yourself going?
Um, I approach plans very differently. For me, for me both past and present, both of them are an illusion. Past once happened is happened. Future is, well, if you look at what is future, what I am speaking today, what I am thinking right now as I speak becomes future. So I don't want to think 10 years I'll be the world's best mentalist, 5 years I'll be traveling across the globe, 3 years I'll have a show with Ellen, whatever. I it is, well, most conventional thinking is that I'm just thinking right now I'm giving my best to my um, capacity. Am I delivering? So right now, if I do something, anything, it could be as simple as doing this life. If I'm trying to give my life, this life, to the best possible extent that I can, maybe it's a chain reaction. So somebody will look at me here, and then I'll get a show. Then that show I do my best. From there, it's again a chain reaction. So my any year you ask me the same question, it's the same answer. So live in that moment, whatever you can deliver to your potential, deliver the best you can. Then people are always looking at you, people, whether good or bad. People are always looking at you, and there is always people appreciating your work or anything. So you think when you think of those people. Don't think of other people who's going to comment and who's going to put it down. Purely think you're working for, even if it's one person, even if it's two people who's going to appreciate your work. I just imagine I'm just working for them. Other people do not even exist. So that is my philosophy. And yeah.
Superb, superb. Yes, the audience that is available on this particular page of teamI is all to do with event management. Either they are event managers or vendors or partners or event management students. So that's all is available on this page. That's for sure. Yeah. But would you want to take some time off and show us one of your pieces?
I can do it. You and I will do something interesting.
Yeah, sure.
You, you,
I'm happy to be your guinea pig.
do you have a different phone or something with you?
I have another phone if that
Yeah, man.
works.
Cool. Let's try this. I mean, a lot of people. Whenever these things happen, a lot of people think this is all scripted. That
Okay, but
you will not.
one moment, actually, one moment. Let us see whether we can get Shivpriya Venkat onto the show. And Shivpriya, Miss Iyer, would you like to come on to the show and we will do act with Narpath, your artist manager now. My God, come Shivpriya, send me a request. I'll get you onto the screen and let's have some fun. Come on, lady, either say yes or no.
Can you
Shivpriya
reach?
Venkat, are you coming onto the show? She's run away. There she is. Let me see whether I can get her. Can you do something with emotional connect, please? Purnima! Purnima is asking a question. Okay, let us see whether this Shivpriya Venkat comes. So it'll be good fun to pull somebody from the audience
Yeah,
who
absolutely.
who will do this act with you.
Hi.
Oh, you're not reached. Oh, there you are. And that is Miss Iyer from Chennai, like you.
Hello.
Hi.
How are
Hi.
you?
I'm still at work, Arvind.
Now your internet connection is also not so great. But yeah, Narpath will do an act with you.
I think internet connection is a little weak at her side.
Internet connection not so good, Shivpriya. So either you're going to sort it out or I'm getting you out of this. Okay. Ah, that is
Arvind?
perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
Hi,
It
Shivpriya. How
just
are you?
connected in my. Hi. I'm good. How are you? Vanakkam.
Vanakkam. Uh, cool. So again, a lot of people think everything is all scripted, and these guys know each other, and they had already planned everything. So would you promise to all of them that this is you have never seen me before?
Totally random. Totally.
You seem to be so happy about not knowing me. Why is that? Anyway, do you,
No, we do have a lot of mutual connect, but I'm surprised that I don't know you. So, yeah.
we will talk about that later. Sure. Do you have a different phone?
Yeah, we will.
Do you have a different phone or laptop, something
uh,
still that you can have access to?
I do have a laptop, yes.
Is it
I
is,
do
is,
have
is,
a
it,
laptop.
is the internet on? Take it so they can see the laptop.
Oh, okay. 1 second. I'll just shut all my work stuff.
Okay.
1 second. Yes.
Okay, cool. No. Face the camera towards you. It's okay. As long as you have a laptop with you, it's okay. Open internet on the laptop.
Cool, cool.
Open internet on the laptop.
Uh, okay. I did.
Okay. Do you have any clue? I'm a huge fan of reading articles, whether it's online, offline, anything. I'm a huge
Okay.
fan of reading articles.
Okay.
Do you have any clue how many articles are there on internet? Which is mostly Wikipedia, I will say article, but do you have any clue? Give me a random number. Millions, billions, whatever.
Billions. More
Let's
than that, maybe.
maybe more than that, right? Go to Google, open Google,
Hmm.
okay? Type on Google how many articles are there on Wikipedia. Just type. Let's see. Got it?
Indian Constitution. Wrong time to talk about it. Yeah, got it.
What do you see? Do you have a website? What do you see? On the search.
It just says the number of
Is
articles
there a
in
website? Is
Wikipedia.
there a website? Click on it. Maybe first website, second. Read the website name that you see.
It's just Wikipedia.
No, on the search.
It leads to Wikipedia page.
No, on the search.
On the search, it's wiki count,
Okay,
and rest all it's Wikipedia only.
let's try Wikicount gives the best numbers, I think. Click Wikicount. Okay.
I did.
Read what is there on that.
Wikipedia English article count. Then they have given the number,
Okay. Down.
and they have given as of 12th February 2021.
And it keeps changing, right? Because everybody is writing an article every day. And what is that number?
Right.
Is there a number there? How many words per article?
Yes. Yes.
What is that?
How many words per article? It's 1402.
So 1402.
1402. Yes.
I'm going to give you a context to this, an exact context to you and everybody who's watching. Wait.
Okay.
So how many words per article you said?
1402
into
right,
articles
right.
overall, the first number?
6.
No. 6 million, 6 billion.
55 million articles.
55 million articles in total.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know, 55 million, I don't know how many numbers, but let's say 55, I'm just putting 2, 3, 1, I don't know. Okay. Equal to 7.7 billion words on Wikipedia. Okay.
Right.
Is there something called Visit Wikipedia from there?
Yep.
Click Visit Wikipedia. Let's go there.
Okay.
Now is the interesting part. Have you reached?
It says today's featured article.
Okay. Is there a search button? Search bar?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Click the cursor there.
Okay.
Now look at me. Look at me here. There is almost close to 7 billion words on Wikipedia. Words. I want to think of.
Right.
I know it's crazy, but I want to think of any English word. It could be name, place, animal, thing, literally anything, any English word. Commit your mind to that word.
Okay. Okay.
Do me a favor, if you think I might have influenced you to think of this word, you can change your mind to a whole different word from a whole different context, whole different spectrum. Or if you're happy with this word you're thinking of, you can commit yourself to that word.
I changed my
You changed
mind.
your mind. Are you married?
Yeah.
I can understand.
No.
Okay. Anyway, so are you happy with this new word?
Yes.
Is the cursor on the search on the search bar?
Uh-huh.
Type this new word, hit enter. Make sure nobody sees this.
Okay. Done.
Done? So is there an article that has popped up?
Uh-huh.
First of all, you could have picked any word in the entire of English language. There is an article on this word that you typed. Scroll up and down. Think of any word in that article. This article. Except don't make it a.
Think of
any word in this article. Okay.
Oh, okay. In this article.
Don't think of is and small words. Think of at least 6, 7 letters words. So it's interesting for all of us.
Okay. Done.
Would you not forget? You won't forget both of the words, right? Both article and this word, right? Hit close. Close it.
Shut the whole tab.
Okay.
Close
Okay.
computer, time to go home.
Okay.
Yeah. Look at me, and I know it's very strange. I know I'm not there in person with you, but look at me, and think of the first alphabet of this word, the word that you saw in the article. Okay. I could be wrong, but is the first word W? So just yes or no? No.
Yeah.
Okay. No. You're talking about the article. I'm talking about the word that you thought of in the article.
Haha.
The first word is W.
Yes, I'll just give you a just what I searched for, what I looked
Oh,
for.
don't.
It's two words.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it's two words.
Okay.
Okay, it's getting a little complicated.
Yeah, it's two
Forget the word you
words.
saw in the article. Just think of the article. Think of these
Okay. Done. Done.
two words, right? Focus on the second word, first alphabet. See,
Mm.
the second word, first alphabet is something like A. Okay, you like giving a poker face. Um, remember I told you whatever. Remember I told you do not get influenced by whatever I said, and you jumped to a new word, but
Yeah.
actually in a broad
Yeah.
sense you kind of got influenced because I asked you a specific question as a joke. Are you married? The smile gives away that this word you're thinking of is something that is related to marriage, and
Yeah.
uh, the two words that you're thinking of is it can evoke some kind of a memory, an emotional memory. It's very personal to people. I think of two words: wedding anniversary.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
You know,
Oh man. I'm.
yeah.
Oh.
Thank you.
It's my mom dad's wedding anniversary today,
Hey,
so I just thought.
Crazy, but
come
how
here, come
did
here.
he
Yeah.
know that it was your mom dad's wedding anniversary?
Exactly.
He doesn't even
So
know you.
random.
Come here, my regards to them. So, thank you.
Yes, sure. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Shivya Venkat, you are giving me away.
Yes.
No, really. I mean, Narpath is reading your mind. I'm going to try and do this next time.
Please do. Please do. I'm psyched. I'm tripping you.
Crazy. I don't believe this, man. Look at the number of people. You're mad, Narpath. Bye, Shiv. Catch.
Thank you, Shivya. No, so nice talking to you. Thanks a lot.
Okay, I'm getting you out of the live. See you. Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Man, this has
Thank
been
you.
like you're a crazy guy, man. You're my look at this mind blown. This, that. Purnima is asking my question. Yeah, whoa, oh God, there's so look at the world's best mind reader, Shabnam Banu.
Those comments are paid from my end.
You know, somewhere when I asked Narpath for his bio, and everybody should hear this, in his bio, and which is there on the Insta Live, is, he says that I pretend to be a mind reader.
Absolutely.
Okay. And which is the greatest part about Narpath Raman? He actually is pretending to be a mind reader. There is obviously a trick or a science or or something to what he has done. But I'll tell you, you have just blown away my mind. I've seen this many a time with many people. Okay. But I'm telling you, you have just taken it away, Narpath. Fantastic. I'm really proud to know you and thank you once again for coming on our show. But we have one very persistent lady over here. I presume
Okay.
it's a lady, Purnima, who says, consider answering my question. Where is your question gone, Purnima? It has disappeared in all this maze of questions. Let me see whether I can find your question again, Purnima. If I can, I'm going to read it out. If I can't, then I am going to move on to the last segment of our show. Yeah. So, it's yeah. So what you said, Purnima, I'm your student, Narpath. I bought your mentalism course. I showed this is truly amazing. That's the only thing I see. I don't see any question from you. Can you do something with emotional connect, please? Is what Purnima is asking.
Purima, you might have thought the whatever I did right now might have thought it does not have an emotional connect. But for Shiv Priya who participated, who today is her parents' wedding anniversary, you might think the piece is about that word, but overall there was a lot of emotional connect for her, and yeah, we achieved it in a very subtle manner.
Yeah, I think it was mind blowing. It was absolutely mind blowing, Narpat. What has happened today is connected various facets of the human mind and brought this across three different spaces. Thank you, Instagram, for allowing more than two people to come, and now we do these kind of things too. Superb, Narpat. Thank you so much for coming on our show. This has been great. So many people have seen the show, seeing the show, will see the show, right? And I'm sure you're shining already. You're going to shine much more. From Narpat's side, I will say one thing to all the event guys over there. This is one mind-blowing guy. And I'll also talk to people who want to learn mentalism. I understand that he's now doing an online course with a lot of videos and all. Please go and check him out. You just need to Google him and you will find him. Right? I don't think we need to give out a website here. But if you want to, Narpat, do that. Give out a
No,
website.
no, no.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I was invited by you, Arvind. Really means a lot. And your audiences have been very sweet to me, just like all of them. And I was just like a human being to human being. I want to meet you, touch people, hug people, shake hands soon. That is very soon. Otherwise, I had a great time.
Great.
Thanks a lot.
So
Thank you.
before we close, one piece of advice to all the students of teamI, something that you can say at age 30, you have had so many experiences, something from your perspective that will help them go through this entire beautiful story that the Lord has given us called life.
Okay. So one finishing line, no? Okay, one finishing line. I'll try and say it in one stretch. It might be a little deep. Think of the universe. Think of the universe. Don't forget religion. Forget creed. Forget everything. Forget thinking like this. Think of the universe. Think like a unicentric person. We come from one source, regardless of age, gender, religion, caste, creed. We come from one source, and maybe you're the source. Everybody's the source. So that is what I believe in. So imagine if you are born as a human being, that is not a coincidence, because there is billions of planets on Earth. I mean, there's billions of planets in the universe, and out of all those planets, we have discovered life on one planet called planet Earth. You never know, there could be parallel living beings on other planets. And if you just talk about Earth, there is 10 million species. It is not just human beings. Out of 10 million species, just one of them is human being. And looking at the larger mathematics, if you are born as a human being, it is not an accident. It was purely meant to happen. And if you just understand how special you are, given the larger mathematics, you will appreciate yourself so much. When you appreciate yourself so much, you appreciate everybody else, and that becomes a very positive community. And that is all. So it is little deep, but yeah, you are very special. That is all I believe.
Thank you
Anybody.
so much, Narpat. Thank you so much. Basically, what Narpat said, and I really love you, Narpat, for what you said just now, that you were born a human being, there's a reason behind it. Find that reason, and it's great life ahead.
Absolutely. You're not just a human being. You're so powerful.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Narpat. I'm going to meet up with you one of these days soon, and I really hope we are able to do an on-ground event together.
Absolutely, Arvind. Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you.